Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Dee, and if you're new here, hi, how are ya? Today is Wednesday. Happy hump day. But in all seriousness, we are getting into Game of Thrones Season 1, Episode 3. And I am not looking forward to this because I'm so nervous. I feel like the last episode was so intense, and you guys keep saying I'm going to be on a roller coaster. And if I'm being truthfully honest, I don't like roller coasters. I never get on roller coasters. I have been on them, but as I've gotten older, I stopped. No, can't do it. So I guess it's time for me to buckle up. But before all that, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell button so you'll be notified when we get. So you'll be notified when I pop up on your screen. And let's get this channel to 10K and up. But thank you, lovely people, for staying active and keeping me in the loop about everything Game of Thrones. I have been seeing your guys' comments, and I try to reply to as much as I can. I do have still my handy dandy notebook, but like I said in the last video, if you guys would like to leave things in the comments that you feel I should write in my notes, let me know, because I am down for all the notes that I need to take down. But without further ado, let's get into Game of Thrones.
Welcome, Lord Stark. Grand Maester Pycelle has called a meeting of the small council.
The girls settled in. I'll be back in time for supper.
If you guys see me looking down, I am writing notes.
About time we had some stern northern leadership.
Glad to see you're protecting the throne.
What's the line? The king shits and the hand wipes.
There's Mr. Prince, want to be charming.
Not a scratch on it.
I know. Must be strange for you, coming into this room.
Why?
I'm standing right here when it happened. It was very brave, your brother. And your father, too. Nobody deserves to die like that.
But you just stood there and watched.
100 men, and this room was silent as a crypt. Except for the screams, of course.
My thing is, like, why are you saying all this? I'm pretty sure he knows how it went down, let alone it. Like, just shut up.
I remember him laughing as your father burned.
They burned him out.
It felt like justice.
How are you
tell
gonna
you
tell
something,
someone
Nine.
that? Exactly.
You're servants of justice.
Tell me, if I stabbed the Mad King in the belly instead of the back, would you admire me more?
Did him well. Everything was safe.
We are all praying for Prince Joffrey's full recovery.
Shame you didn't say a prayer for the butcher's son.
I've hoped to meet you for some time, Lord Stark. No doubt Lady Catelyn has mentioned me.
She has, Lord Baelish. I understand you knew my brother Brandon as well.
All too well. But it wasn't the man that I chose, my lord. It was Catelyn Tully. A woman worth fighting for. I'm sure you'll agree.
How many years has it been? You were a young man.
And you served another king.
This belongs to you now. Should we begin?
Without the king?
My brother instructs us to stage a tournament in honor of Lord Stark's appointment as Hand of the King.
If we already owe Lord Tywin 3 million gold, what's another 80,000?
Are you telling me the crown is 3 million in debt?
I'm telling you the crown is 6 million in debt.
How could he let this happen? This tournament is an extravagance we cannot afford.
As you will, but still, we'd best make our plans.
There will be no plans until I speak to Robert. Forgive me, my lords.
Oh, never mind. You don't want to
I had a long ride.
Ow, please, it's nearly healed.
Here we go with Crybaby.
It's ugly. Do I have to marry her? Yes. She's very beautiful and young. And if you don't like her, you only need to see her on formal occasions. And if you'd rather fuck painted whores, you'll fuck painted whores. And if you'd rather lie with noble virgins, so be it. You are my darling boy, and the world will be exactly as you want it to be.
We allow the Northerners too much power. They consider themselves our equals.
How would you handle them?
I double their taxes and command them to supply 10,000 men to the Royal Army.
And if the Northerners rebel?
I'd crush them. Seize Winterfell and install someone loyal to the realm as Warden of the North.
And these 10,000 Northern troops, would they fight for you or their lord?
For me, I'm their king.
Mm-hmm.
But the thing is, you just pumped his head up and said that the world is going to be how you want it. But then you tell him he can't do all that.
Starks are enemies.
Everyone who isn't us is an enemy.
Stop. He's a liar and a coward, and he killed my friend.
The Hound killed your friend.
The Hound does whatever the prince tells him to do.
I would rather act like a beast than a lady.
Yes, but... Okay.
Same doll maker makes all of Princess Marcella's toys.
I haven't played with dolls since I was 8. May I be excused?
Oh, you've barely eaten a thing.
War was easier than daughters.
Arya, open the door.
Whose sword is that?
Mine?
I know this maker's mark. This is Micken's work.
Who's
Little
the
lady
mother,
shouldn't
right?
play with swords.
I wasn't playing. And I don't want to be a lady.
What do you want with this?
It's called Needle.
A blade with a name. You know the first thing about sword fighting?
Sticking with the pointy end. I asked my kid to practice with me. I asked him. It was my fault.
Oh no. You didn't kill the butcher's boy.
I hate all of them. The Hound, the Queen and the King, and Joffrey and Sansa.
Sansa will be married to Joffrey someday. She cannot betray him. She must take his side, even when he's wrong.
Winter is coming.
You were born in the long summer. You've never known anything else. Sansa is your sister.
I don't hate her. Not really.
Go on. It's yours. Not to stab your sister with it. If you're going to own a sword, you better know how to use it.
Don't listen to it. Crows are all liars. No story about a crow.
I hate your stories.
Here is for the winter, when the snows fall 100 feet deep. Thousands of years ago, there came a night that lasted a generation. Kings froze to death in their castles, same as the shepherds in their huts. So is this the sort of story that you like?
Wow.
They swept through cities and kingdoms, riding their dead horses, hunting with their packs of pale spiders, big as hounds.
What are you telling him now?
Only what the little lord wants to hear.
Get your supper, I want some time with him. One time she told me the sky is blue because we live inside the eye of a blue-eyed giant named Macumba. Still don't remember anything. I've seen you climb 1,000 times. In the wind, in the rain. 1,000 times. You never fall.
I did, though. True, isn't it? What Maester Lewin says about my legs.
Is he scared to snitch, or does he really genuinely not remember? I feel like it's, in a sense, it's fear.
I'd rather be dead.
He's
Don't
paralyzed.
ever say that.
I'd rather be dead.
Welcome to King's Landing, Lady Stark. Would you mind following us? We've been instructed to escort you into the city.
Instructed? I don't know who's providing your instruction. You little worm! You take me for some back alley Sally!
Meant no disrespect. To you.
How dare you bring me here? How did you know I was coming to King's Landing?
A dear friend told me.
To see you again after so many years is a blessing. Your poor hands. Did you bring the dagger with you by any chance? My little birds are everywhere.
Do you know whose dagger this is?
I must admit I do not.
There's only one dagger like this in all of the 7 kingdoms. It's mine.
Yours?
I lost this dagger.
To whom?
Tyrion Lannister, the imp.
Lord Snow here grew up in a castle, spitting down on the likes of you.
So did he just, in a sense, snitch out them? I'm still a little confused on, like, all the names, so bear with me. But, did he say someone's name of who it belongs to, which we know who it is?
Do you think Ned Stark's bastard bleeds like the rest of us?
That was fast.
Next! Well, Lord Snow, it appears you're the least useless person here.
I don't need him to be charming. I need him to turn this bunch of thieves and runaways into men of the Night's Watch.
How's that going, Commander Mormont?
Slowly. A raven came for Ned Stark's son.
Good news or bad?
Both.
To give you this earlier. So forgetful these days.
Good news? Perhaps you'd like to share it with your wife.
My wife is in Winterfell.
Is she?
Oh my god, they're, if I'm right, according to my notes, they're both at King's Landing? Oh, hello.
You're a funny man. Huh?
A very funny man.
He was helping your wife.
Ah, the Starks. Quick tempers, slow minds.
Broke my nose, bastard.
It's an improvement.
No!
What you looking at, Halfman?
Half man.
I'm looking at you. Very distinctive faces. All of you. I think they would look marvelous decorating spikes in King's Landing. Perhaps I'll write to my sister, the Queen, about it.
I don't know why, but I'm getting this feeling like I'm gonna love him. Or like him. I'm not gonna say love yet. I feel like he's like good as to where his brother and sister are horrible. But I really feel like, yeah, like I feel like he's a good person.
My father knew. And he left me to rot at the wall all the same.
Gren's father left him too. He was given a choice, his right hand or the wall. I've been asking the Lord Commander about them. Fascinating stories. Lucky thing, none of them were trained by master-at-arms like your Sir Roderick. I don't imagine any of them have ever held a real sword before they came here.
And that the Queen's brother tried to kill your boy would be considered treason.
We have proof. We have the blade.
I'll try to keep you alive for her sake. A fool's task, admittedly, but I've never been able to refuse your wife anything.
10 years old. What were you thinking?
I was thinking of us. You're a bit late to start complaining about it now.
He said nothing. He remembers nothing.
Then what are you raving about?
What if it comes back to him? He tells his father what he saw.
We'll say he was lying. We'll say he was dreaming. We'll say whatever we like.
My husband.
I'll go to war with him if I have to. I can write a ballad about us. All for Cersei's cunt. Won't talk. And if he does, I'll kill him. Start the king to hold bloody lot of them until you and I are the only people left in this world.
Until we know who our enemies are.
I know they did it, Ned. The Lannisters in my bones, I know it.
I can't do anything without proof. You watch yourself on the road, huh? That temper of yours is a dangerous thing.
My temper?
Off with you.
It's been a long time. But I still remember every face. You remember your first? That's Hiroshi. Never learnt the name. Lance through the heart. Quick one. Mine was some Tarly boy at the Battle of Summerhall. Came running at me, this dumb, high-born lad. I knocked him down with the hammer. God, I was strong then. Caved in his breastplate. Probably shattered a rib he had. They never tell you how they all shit themselves. They don't put that part in the songs. Now the Tarleys bend the knee like everyone else. Wine! Lancel. Who named you? Some half-wit with a stutter? What are you doing?
It's empty, Your Grace.
So get more. Kingslayer! Get in here. Surrounded by Lannisters. Every time I close my eyes, I see their blonde hair and their smug, satisfied faces. Jaime Lannister, son of the mighty Tywin. Forced to mind the door while your king eats and drinks and shits and f***. We're telling war stories. Who was your first kill, not counting old men?
One of the outlaws in the Brotherhood.
Your outlaw. Any last words?
I cut his head off, so no.
What did the Mad King say when you stabbed him in the back?
He said the same thing he'd been saying for hours. Burn them all.
Do the Dothraki buy their slaves?
The Dothraki don't believe in money. Pay tribute or fight. An easy choice for most. Of course, sometimes it's not enough. Sometimes a Khal decides his riders haven't had a good fight in months and need to practice.
Tell them all to stop, until I command them otherwise.
Learning to talk like a queen.
I like her.
As a queen.
I really, really like her. I feel like she's gonna be my favorite. One, she's beautiful. Two, look, I don't care, but she has a beautiful body. Three, like, I feel like I mean, yeah, it is sad, but I feel like she's willing to adapt. I feel like she's willing to be the best wife she can possibly be, in a sense. I mean, I could be jumping, you know, but just of what I'm seeing, I just really like her. And is her name I don't want to be wrong, but is her name Khaleesi? I think so. I think that's what I heard them last time, but I don't want to be wrong. But I like her.
A Khaleesi.
You give commands to me. You do not command the dragon. I don't take orders from savages or their slut.
Rakaro asked if you want him dead, Khaleesi. No, tell him. I don't want my brother harmed.
That's what he gets. That is what he gets.
Woman, kill these Dothraki dogs! I am your king!
Shall we return to the Khalasar, Khaleesi?
Oh!
You walk.
Reality just sat in for him. All this bullying his sister and acting like he's just holier than thou, all this extra stuff. Sir, those days are over is what I'm looking at. So in a sense, Khaleesi is a queen now, or does she have to, excuse me, does she have to be like do something to get the queen name, or is she already queen because she married him? Do that by hand. So in a sense, they don't like winter. Winter's bad for them, is what I'm getting, because Lord Stoke was like, or yeah, is that his name? Lord Stoke was like, oh, winter. I'm lying, not Lord Stoke. That old lady, she was like saying how like winter's bad for them, and then I think the dad said that too. But because of the coldness, and I guess they don't have the right stuff to get them through this, so is winter really bad for them? They're that high up.
I'm the first ranger. My job is out there. I'm ready. I won't let you down. You're not going. Better than every other. Better than no one. A man gets what he earns. When he earns it.
Bear's balls.
Oh, you're joking.
And his brains.
How do a bear's balls taste?
Bit chewy.
You roam the Seven Kingdoms, collaring pickpockets and horse thieves and bringing them here as eager recruits. Aye.
The Night's Watch is a joke to you, is it? Is that what we are, Lannister?
We don't have enough men to be an army, and aside from Yoren here, none of you are particularly funny.
It's something to think about while you're drinking your wine down there. Enjoying your brothels. The boys you've seen training will die north of the wall.
They die in pain. And they do it so plump little lords like you can enjoy their summer afternoons in peace and comfort.
Do you think I'm plump? I'm not sure what I've done to offend you. I have great admiration for the Night's Watch.
My brother once told me that nothing someone says before the word but really counts.
But I don't believe that giants and ghouls and white walkers are lurking beyond the wall.
Not the wild has given me sleepless nights. You've never been north of the wall, so don't tell me what's out there.
I think he's starting to like me. So, you're heading down to King's Landing too?
I get about half of my recruits from their dungeons.
Could use some decent company.
I travel a bit on the grubby side, my lord.
Not this time. We'll be staying at the finest castles and inns.
At Jaka. Oh, what are you doing?
When was last time you bleed, Khaleesi? You change, Khaleesi.
Man on horseback, the curved blade is a good thing. But a man in full plate, sorry, Tawako. That's where the broadsword has the advantage. Designed for piercing plate. Man of great honor. And I betrayed him.
She does not bleed for 2 moons. Her belly starts to swell.
I'll have the boys butcher a goat for supper.
So her being pregnant, is that a good thing or a bad thing? Because I'm like, to him, it looks like it's a bad thing.
I need to ride to Quahog.
That's you.
The hoard's easy to find.
Don't stand so still. It's harder to hit a moving target.
Winters have you seen, Lord Tyrion?
8, no.
But reports from the Citadel tell us the days grow shorter. Starks are all's right eventually.
We've been capturing wildlings.
More every month. Watch is the only thing standing between the realm and what lies beyond.
Your sister sits by the side of the king. We need help.
When winter does come, gods help us all if we're not ready.
I'm sorry to see you leave, Lannister.
It's either me or this cold. And...
If you see my brother Bran, him. Tell him I'd visit if I could.
Of course.
Walk again.
If you're going to be a cripple, it's better to be a rich cripple.
You are late, boy.
Who are you?
Your
Boy.
dancing master.
Boy.
Tomorrow you will catch it.
It's too heavy.
It is heavy as it needs to be to make you strong. It must be delicate. Just listen to me, boy.
I'm a girl.
Boy, girl, you are a sword. That is all. Now we will begin the dance. Remember, child. Very dead.
That is good. Okay, this episode wasn't too bad. It wasn't a lot. I think more or less they found out some stuff, traveling. Overall, still a good episode. Still learned some stuff. So, added more in my notes. But like I said in the beginning of the video, make sure you guys like, subscribe, and hit that bell. But if there's anything you guys feel that I should write in my notes that will actually help me with the show, let me know in the comments and I will write it all down. You guys have been so fantastic in the comments with letting me know certain stuff. I keep forgetting to put subtitles, but I will in the next video. Some of you guys said that the intro actually helps with the show. Is that true? Do I need to make a map too? You know, like I gotta make a map, take notes. Like, is this show that crazy where it's so much happening that you have to do this? I mean, by all means, if it is, that's even better. But I'm just curious. But let me know what you guys thought about this episode in the comments. Also, hope you have a beautiful rest of the day. But until next time, Game of Thrones lovers.